Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab, in the book. Just in case a lot of people ask, let me try to get the book before I start the lesson now. Egyptian Yoga, the path in spiritual enlightenment, philosophy of enlightenment, excuse me. But I'm in chapter 14 now. I'm cherry picking the good stuff. This ought to be a good lesson. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You totally receive them. I appreciate you. Let's do what we do. Ooh, brain freeze. Uh-oh. Okay, excuse me. Rightism, 25, excuse me. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I'll ask the question: do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but you know how to answer it for yourself too. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya, be true. Like I said, we in chapter 14. I got a nice, I'm gonna go over here after I wrap this up. Philosophy of Maya. So I'm gonna get this lesson in. I'll back it up with that one. But this one is the teachings for reflection and meditation that says the Tim Tek Chas. That means ancient wisdom teachings. Again, these is lessons in life that you can learn for yourself, implementing, and that's how to become your truth. It says mastery of self, and that was big on that, consists not of abnormal dreams and grandeur ideas. I dreamt I was this, I dreamt all that nonsense, okay, but not abnormal dreams and visions of fantastic imaginings or living, but in using your what? Your higher force, intellect, knowledge of self against your lower ignorance, no dollars, okay? Escaping what? The pains of the fetters that do your ignorant will cause you, and lower living on your lower, escaping the pains of your lower by vibrating on your higher. That means doing the right thing. People get offended when you show them that you can do what's right if you choose to. I'm the bad guy for doing that. Why? I made that decision for myself. Everybody got the right to do that. So I'm not perfect, no, but I'm not doing a bunch of dumb stuff either. So the difference is if it's not smart, it's what? Dumb. If it ain't right, it's what? Wrong. Real simple. Your choice. Again. Now let me give you the breakdown of the essential elements of spiritual discipline. This is my neighborhood right here. This is the thing that you can manifest for yourself. This is the beauty part. Let's go. It's going to be a minute, so get comfortable, but I'm going to give it to you. Mastery of self, again, consists of what? You doing what you should do, when you're doing how you should do it all the time. No days off, no breaks, no Stay the course. By y'all fellas, don't bend, don't sway. It's that way. When you follow the principles, follow philosophy, or anything else, religious concept, stay the course. Stay focused. These are things you need to do to make that happen for yourself. That's why I like this. Let's go. Be virtuous at any cost, at all costs. That's my philosophy of what? Doing what's right, no matter what. How you feel, what it is, no. You maintain you do what's right according known by you. That's holding yourself accountable. And virtue is the road to immortality. You can't get to God without virtues. being virtuous, good person. That's the concept. All right. Next one, number 2, I think it's 19 of them. So a few of them is long. I got a couple of long ones in here, but I'm trying to get through one. Let's go. Your physical exercise. I tell you, I'm in the gym every day. Have been for the last 6 years. Why? Just to keep the body regulated, just to keep the body in good working condition. A body in motion stays in motion. If I don't get to the gym, I'm messed up. Why? My body out of rhythm. It's come used to that. It's become a habit, a routine. And your body is your temple for the spirit. Keep it healthy through daily moderate exercise, which balances your energies in your body. The chakras, I keep them flowing, energy going, okay? And such as in India, they call it the Hatha Yoga, meaning exercise. In Chinese, they call it Chai Chi Kung or Tai Chi. That's the exercise. That's to keep the body in motion, going through other concepts, fighting the invisible Mahoney. But that's how the body stays in motion. Everybody has their own way. Number 3, breathing exercise. I watched an hour-long program about different techniques in breathing. Why? To send the oxygenated blood to certain parts of the body for certain reasons, certain purposes, when they need to. You can control the flow. You can control the heart rate. All that's due to what? Breathing. Breathing properly produces health by what? Proper distribution of, I just told you, Ra or Sekim, your life force, your chi, your prana, serpent power, and develop spiritual vitality. I haven't been a physical doctor in years. Why? I don't need none. I eat right, live right, do right. What I need a doctor for? Well, you getting ain't nothing hurting, ain't nothing. I'm fine. And when something breaks down, then I'll go. But until then, okay, I'm doing my thing. It's been that way. I just don't make it a big deal. Moving on. Number 4, when you live in it, it ain't a big thing to you. When I say you've been a doctor, 10 years. Well, I do what I do. Moving on. Number 4, this one for a lot of people will be hard. Silence for 2 hours daily. I started meditating 5-10 minutes at a time. I'm up to now half hour to 40 minutes. To me, that's a hell of a, for me personally, because why? It's different for everybody. That's what I'm saying. So I'll leave it there. But when the admonition of your soul, too much talking is it. They gave you one mouth and 2 ears for a reason. Hear twice as much as you say. That's how you learn. Okay. The best part about learning is listening. The mind is found of is fond of what? Indulging in what? Debates, arguments, and some of it nonsensical, but to curtail its opportunity to develop impure thoughts by what? Keeping it quiet, shutting it down, meditating. I talk to people. A lot of people know how to meditate. That freaks me out. But I get it. I understand it ain't a big thing here. But again, everybody don't do that. Quiet your mind. Still yourself. Know that I am God. I always hear that phrase. Y'all don't have a clue what that means. Only way you can stay yourself is to sit still and meditate and let God talk to you. When I'm in meditating mode, I'm listening to God. When I'm praying to God. So it's two different things. But quiet the mind. Thinking before you say anything. A lot of times we what? We react to what's said or what's done. In the first reaction, that knee jerk. If you think, that means you'll respond to the situation a lot better. I had to learn that personally for myself, and yet it works. Examine your thoughts, and you decide if they are what? Pure. If my mind says, do something I know is wrong, I'm disputing that whole thought. I'm not even entertaining it. That's what the meditation does for me. Able to strengthen my mind against what? Thoughts that's negative, that's not pure, that's not right, that's not good. Well, how you stop bad thoughts from coming? You block them with good thoughts. Simple. Override them, supersede them. But that's if it ain't pure or spiritual, or if they are from your own mind beast, the physical body, your own personal wants and desires, this physical body, the ego self, the ego mind, it wants what it wants, pleasures of the flesh. Okay, understand that. And your personal wants and your desires must submit to the law of who? Maya. Why? Because they are necessary or I do just want to. Are they necessary? If what you want or desire isn't necessary, do you need it or I just want it? Once you get past your wants of materialistic stuff, you're starting to grow consciously. Why? It's starting not to mean nothing. Material stuff means something to you, you ain't growing. Okay? Material things are just temporary. Otherwise, what happens? Your desires will rule your life. Ran mine because I wanted to fulfill my desires. So I did the things I did to make that happen. All wrong. And what's this? You will never attain peace of mind. I can attest to that. Again, if you experience something, that's what you can identify and understand, attest to. Why? I witness. Simple as that. I'm only going to discuss or give to you what I've experienced and what I know. I got no need to do a whole bunch of other nonsense. Understand that, please, and respectfully. Number 5, studying the teachings. I'm surrounded by books. Why? I'm in this book. I'm already getting lesson out of here with to back up the lesson. I'm constantly teaching. So I'm constantly what? Studying daily. What's this? Studying the teachings. And you take the time, what? In silence or in a study group, if you have enough people doing what you think is good and right, sitting and to think about them and or discuss them as they pertain to your life. If you talking about anything other than what's important to you, it's a waste of your damn time. The community, the world, and the cosmos. It should be a personal conversation about something productive, something constructive, not a he say, she say, who shot John. If I want to talk about sports, I'll call my dude. We talk for hours. If I want to talk about a bunch of nonsense, I'll call my other dude. We talk for hours. But if I want to talk about life, real stuff, I can't make a phone call. Moving on. Number 7. Oh, excuse me, I ain't done with 6. Oh, excuse me. 6. Excuse me, we have 5. Now we have 6. My favorite right there. Listen. I just told you we got 2 of these things for a reason. 1 of these for a purpose. Keep your ears open. What? To the words of wisdom. Why? When people speak, they speak in wisdom. If they're speaking from an intelligent perspective, those are people who you want to listen to. If somebody tell me about what they did or how they did, I'm not listening to that nonsense. Difference. And it says, always be willing to what? And to accept the truth, even if it seems to contradict an old teaching or a belief that you had accepted as true. Feet about to run. I'm about to run right there. So whatever you believe, once the truth comes in, you should be able to recognize the truth and then make a better decision based on what? The truth, not what you believe. Until you attain the truth, aka Haruhood, you will not. Haruhood is knowing thyself, becoming conscious of who you are. So if you don't attain Haruhood, what's this? You will not know the real, complete, and absolute truth. Why? Because only when you become Haru, one with your Father, are you able to see things with what? God's eyes, that internal eye, the third eye that I keep my hat on for you to watch it. Okay? The truth can only be seen through the perspective of God. You have to become conscious of you being what? God. That's what they tell you. Number 7. Now, these are all spiritual disciplines that hold you accountable to do the things. And if you do these things, it'll automatically happen. The serpent will rise. You can say, feel what you want, but if you're doing what's right in life, no matter what you profess, how you profess, if you living right, the serpent will activate. That's what activated the right vibration, which is the what? Positive and good things. Number 7 is reflection. Every day, I look back on it, 3 minutes just to reflect. Did I do how I did what I did? And when you're comfortable with your daily reflections of yourself, that's all that really matters in life. I'm not concerned about what stuff don't concern me. That's selfish. I don't give a damn. Again, self-preservation, self-knowledge. Everything I'm doing is for me first and foremost. Moving on. Again, self-reflection. You looking at yourself. Think about the teachings every day and the time when you read or you hear them. Put the time in. It sometimes takes a while, what, for them to be fully understood. I done read this book umpteen times, And I'm always going to find something to say, hmm, hmm, hmm. And this is one of them. I just pulled the lesson out because it's going with my talking about spiritual discipline. So this is the perfect lesson for that. That's what I'm saying. As a teacher, I got to find something that relates to that I can make my point. Hope you're getting it. This is number 7. Reflecting on the teaching every time. When you read, you get to read it over again, you're going to see something different. And for you to fully understand, accept it, sometimes the mind has to go back, into the, now we good. Well, now you can move on. Okay. Sometimes it won't let me go. I gotta read this again. Something I'm missing. Read it again. Now something ain't happening. So I do that to get the lesson so I can give it to you from a better perspective of actually knowing. Again, number 8, meditation. Another one of my favorites. I've been practicing meditation the last 12 years now. And I hear people, I didn't know you meditate. I mean, it's something I'm a meditator, I'm a yogi. That is something I'm a sage, I'm an enlightened being. But certain things I do because that's what I need to do for me. I don't share with you what I do. I share with you what I mastered. I'm a student in certain elements in certain parts of my life, so I'm still learning. So I ain't gonna hit grants like I know this. I'm no. I know just what I know. Me. I'm learning every day more about what life that I got to live. Simple. Let's go. Number 8, meditation. When you are able to stay what still in a quiet room, I got my lab, or any location where you got quietness, and you begin the practice of meditating, even if it's down to 5 minutes a day, and you build up longer periods as you go. I remember that little funky few minutes of meditating, and remember feeling so like, yeah, I can't wait to go long. I can't wait to go long. Every time I go in, I come out, yeah, that's like a long time. I can't wait. But when you really get it to where you're comfortable, it don't take long. So yeah, I'm not trying to go into a 13-day meditative state like my man did. No, I ain't got that kind of time. So I just do mine. I'm good with that. But I'm saying is it takes you. If you want to know you, go inside you. That's what meditation does. Okay, commune with your higher self, but you're still what is inside you. All right, let me wrap this up for you. I see the clock. We good. All right, let me go. Number 8, meditation. When you do that and you build up what? Better longer time, you will be the one beneficiary of that. Why? Because you're the determinant of how long and how it is. All you got to do is the clock. When you go in, you come out. Okay, all right. So yeah, but I don't go in there with a mindset of how long I'm gonna be there. That's the difference. Okay. Number 9, my favorite again, right action, right thoughts, right thinking leads to right actions. Those two things have to be in place for the action to be right. If not, if that action is a reaction, okay, to something knee jerk, it might not be thought of. It might not have been the right thing to do. Why? Because you didn't think about it. You didn't take it from the thought to the thinking and then acting. You just reacted. So understand this. Right actions means perform selfless service at least what? Once a day. And what? Expecting nothing in reward or nothing in return. Just do something nice for somebody. Just because. That's back in our day, we did that. It was almost common. Help somebody cross the street. Yes, man. No, man. Thank you, please. Those are just morals that we practice on a day-to-day basis. So it shouldn't be something new to do. You are doing it what? For God. Again, anything that's good and right, that's God. The other one, you know who that is. Moving on. But you always keep in mind, you God conscious. Everything I do, I want to be pleasing in his eyes. Since everything in the universe is Ra, aka universal consciousness or supreme being or God, including you. You are doing service for what? Yourself in essence, as you what? Help others, meaning humanity. Remember, charity begins at home. Here to seek balance. There you go, my girl again. In understanding when, what, and how to do when it's needed. Number 10, Heka, we call that words of power. Ptah uttered himself into existence. Created himself from what? A word of power. Heka means to utter words of power in any language, but with full understanding of the meaning, repeatedly beginning with what? 5 minutes a day and gradually building up to what? An hour or more each day. Utter prayers in the morning upon waking up and in the evening before bed. I hear people talking about prayer 5 times a day. 5 times, man, all that nonsense. You pray when you wake up. Some people choose to pray at high noon. Some people pray in the evening. We say in the morning and in the evening. That's enough praying. During the day, you do the living, you do the experiencing, you do the giving, you put in the work. So all that praying, all that nonsense, nothing don't stop. No. Moving on. Everybody got a different philosophy. When you're uttering prayers in the morning upon waking, that sets the tone for the day. When your day is over, you say your prayer before bed. That sets the tone for the night. So that's fully understandable. Don't need a whole bunch of, well, did this for that, for that. Don't care. Number 11, I got to get the, oh, Lord. All right, here we go. Vegetarian diet. Raw. At least 50 to 60%, if possible, your fruits, nuts, and dairy products. Natural, organic, if possible, for the advanced, for those who are into that nutrition thing. This diet should be not attempted when there is mental agitation from the environment that you're involved in, or if one must carry out worldly duties which require a lot of physical strain. It should be looked upon as a ritual diet for those who can seclude themselves from the stress of the world. People go for fun sway, they go certain places to eat because they want to feel all that. Yeah, that's understandable. Everybody got their own thing, all right? Preferably under the guidance of a spiritual preceptor. Otherwise, a healthy vegetarian diet. I don't preach nutrition, none of that. Why? That ain't my thing. But that would be adequate. Somebody who knows, that's who you follow, that's who you listen to. You got questions, that's who you ask. Why? Somebody who's doing, somebody's proficient in it. That's all. From normal spiritual development, heavy foods such as overly cooked foods and meats are what? Poisonous to the body. Produce aggressive, agitated mental tendencies tend to make us feel like what you eat. Okay. Overcooking tends to destroy the chemical concentration for it. Yeah, that's all nutrition stuff. Yeah, that blah 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 blah. But if you normally overeat, change by what? Eating 1 teaspoon less per meal until you eat what? 2/3 or 3/4 of what your normal serving. If you are overweight and you want to lose weight, you can't keep consuming the same amount of food that got you overweight. That makes no sense. So you curve back, you cut back. They tell you gradual steps, whatever. But if you ain't trying to lose weight, it don't make a difference what you tell them. Moving on. But you never forget that since all beings are evolving at different levels, your needs will vary accordingly to the individual. You don't see many overweight wise people or old people. Moving on. The body have to be in good working condition. That's what they say, mind, body, and soul. The body got to go along for the ride. It got to be physically fit. That's why I'm in the gym daily. So therefore, we must be the final judge of what is best for ourselves. I eat what I want to eat. Don't give a damn what somebody say. That's why I don't need nobody tell me how to eat. If I get full, I'm done. I'm done. I know when to do. I don't have to have a dessert or that. Nah, I don't do that nonsense. Simple as that. But again, you should be the best aside of that. And when it's based on your own what knowledge of your nutrition, your own knowledge of nutrition. I know what's good and what's bad, and for your body. Again, he eats salt. He did. Yeah. Been all my life and not gonna stop. If I went to the doctor, man, you gotta stop eating salt. Doc, okay, that ain't gonna go well. If I was told I can't do what I'm doing, what I've been doing for 67 years, because I went to a doctor who I ain't dealt in over 10 years, tell me you gotta stop this, you think I'm gonna listen? Moving on. If I have a health issue and I go to the doctor, I'm looking to get some answers from him so he can tell me what to do. But just going here to me, man, I ain't going for that. Moving on. Until it's hurt, do it bother me? I ain't messing with it. Again, I know my body. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But the latter comes from what? Living a lifestyle which allows you to what? Listen to your body. 6 years ago, I just found a pair of shorts back, steel tag on them, size 38 waist. I wear 33 now. Okay, I'm not going to fat man rule. I'm not doing that. So yeah, moving on. And watch this. That one may be in tune with its needs. I needed to get my butt in the gym. I need to cut that extra weight and feel good about myself. You got the shower, look in the mirror, and it ain't pleasing to you, isn't to her either. Moving on, just a little personal tidbit. I experienced that again too. So this requires what? Self-reflective and caring and being honest on the way to what? Being with respect to what? One's own life. You got to be the one to put the work in. It would not be worthwhile to change a diet to health foods only to what? Just increase your stress levels and agitate your mind in other areas. Again, in balance, everything in moderation. One must always practice BREAAK. Ding, 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 ding. In seeking the balance in all things that we indulge in. If it's foods or other ingested substances are not in line with your mental balance, this may be a signal that they are what? Going against BREAAK. I mean, you don't need it. It's not really a desire or a need. It's not good for you. Number 12. Oh, Lord. All right. I don't think we're going to. Yeah, I'm going to try. Okay, here we go. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Wake up with the sun, Ra, in your body of the earth. So it follows certain physical laws. Keep it what? In harmony with these to promote healthy and consistency. Again, physical fitness is a must. I'm in the gym with 80-something-year-old people. I'm loving that. Why? I can see me at 80-something years still be in the gym. That's why. Moving on. Go to bed with the moon, I said. Okay? Same as the bug, same concept. Number 14. Some people ain't gonna understand this. Do not use drugs or alcohol. That's you can do what you want. The body will react when you put drugs, alcohol in, it's gonna react. The body is a machine through which your spirit to energy, consciousness flows, much like electricity through electrical wires. And what they're saying, if the wires are damaged, the electricity, the spirit cannot what? Operate properly. If you're under the influence of a drug, thinking you're talking to God, God talking to you, no. The desire for happiness and true liberation of your spirit manifests as a what? A desire. You gotta want to. If you don't want to better yourself, if you don't want to be your best self, ain't nothing I can do for you. Got nothing for you, man. All right, but it's a manifest from a desire of your own inner spirit to what? Expand where? Beyond the confines of the body and this physical life. Feet about to run. I'm about to take off. Why? It's something inside you that wants more, that wants better than just what you ain't giving it. If it's not getting enlightened, it don't know itself. It can't do what it needs to do. And not knowing that what this feeling can be accomplished and achieved how? Through daily meditation, communion with God. That's how that's done. Or what? Not having enough will to apply themselves. Right there. Weak willed person will not achieve nothing in life. Some people seek the feeling of what? Blissful freedom. How? I just told you. Through drug use. Okay, that's not the way to go. And I know everybody think that is. No, through drug use and abuse. Drug use causes temporary disconnection of the spirit consciousness. Why? It's been duped with some chemical, so it's not on its right mind, so it's altered. And now the body, but it also causes critical damage to what? One's brain and the nervous system. And further, the drug induced experience is unpredictable and uncontrollable. I've been taking acid 40, 50 years ago. The idea of speeding the thought process up was fine by me. Everybody can't handle that. Why? If your thought process is limited and your will is weak, you're going to have problems. They call it a bad trip. Why? You can't control what's going on in your mind because you're not in control. Something else is controlling it. The drug that you're under. Right now, we're suffering from that nonsense right now. Psychosis, people thinking God talking to them, take their clothes off, run around act like a damn fool. Okay, but that's all in the mind. But when you start acting on it, uh-oh, Scooby-Doo, roll. Yeah, guys with the white coats coming, thus causing more what? Illusions and delusions and your mental agitation that's all in your mind, along with the physical dependency that I gotta get high, I gotta get back, I gotta get high. Again, that's all wrong, wrong, wrong. And the best way to achieve, you ready? True bliss and ecstasy, not through no damn drugs, not through no damn sniffing, no powder, not no damn pills. Okay, the true bliss and ecstasy is to train one's own mind to what? To reach those levels of consciousness. I was sitting around a young guy telling me how he ketamine takes him to the next level, how he commune with God, how he could go all these places. I said, my man, I can do all those, and I don't need the ketamine. Hello, that's what that said right there. That's what that said right there. I don't need drugs to get to God. I haven't had no awakening from a drug-induced awakening when God's talking to me and telling me to do a bunch of crazy nonsense. I was told to get them to me by hook or crook. You know what you're doing, how you do it, you do that. I'll take care of the rest. My goal is to get you to Him. This process, enlightenment, may be accomplished through the daily practice. You ready? Righteous, virtuous living and meditation. That's my lifestyle. That's what I do. That's all right there in a nutshell. And in this manner, this process may also be accomplished at will, and the process will be integrated into your psychic, therefore avoiding the mental or the physical imbalances of drug abuse or drug use. I don't need the drug to get to God. I don't need to be enhanced with something to get me to be, or no, none of that. Beautiful thing. I'm so glad I got my own, as my man Curtis Merrifield said 50 years ago. All right. Cultivate contentment within oneself. You will be surprised at the number of things you can what do without. Strip it down. Okay. Unnecessary wants or cravings that agitate the mind. If you want something, you can't get it, now you're upset. If you want to do something, you can't do it, you're upset. So those are things that cause your own. Don't want a bunch of stuff you know worry about getting upset about. What you get but don't get. 16, almost there. Keep a diary. I don't subscribe to that. Stick to a spiritual routine. I agree with that. The diary will what help you understand yourself better. That's what they say. Do not show it to those who are not initiated into the teachings. Women, girls, I never forget my sister had a diary. My old man found that diary, and the stuff she wrote down there got her in big trouble. I never understood that. So the diary thing, that's I don't do that. I ain't writing nothing down. It's all up here. It's going to the grave with me. All right, understand that. I don't subscribe to the diary thing. All right. Number 17. We almost home. Stay with me. Oh Lord. All right. Don't make a difference. I gotta get this in. Hope this is benefiting somebody. Don't speak too much on spiritual matters. Why? Religion and politics can't be dealt with on a regular basis. Too much debating causes mental agitation. Also, those who are not ready to understand the teachings may consider you, ready, crazy, insane, okay, shot out, bugged out, one of them. Okay, that's why you got to not deal with them. But you speak to those who understand you. I just tell my brother, ain't many people I can call and talk to and get a response that I'm satisfied with. What? I don't know that many people I would share that with. Simple as that. And the people I got, I'm good with that. Speaking of, I don't know who that is. No, I ain't ready for that right now. All right, moving on. I'm almost done. 18. Okay. Okay, women. They think you're saying. Speak to those who understand you. That's my point. Okay. And you know who they are. Moving on. I said, I'm not going to dumb it down. I'm not going to play spades to just have a conversation. If we can't play chess, I am dealing. I don't do checkers. If all possible, keep company and study under a spiritual preceptor. I have my own guru that I follow. I know a Swami, and I got a monk. I'm in the category of a sage. So I'm at the bottom of the list. I'm still learning from these guys, but I'm implementing what I'm learning so I can be what? Like these guys in my way, etc. If this higher self or forms of God, if this is not possible, sorry, you develop the faculty of what? Daily meditation, and you ask for intuitional assistance from who? Your own body, your higher self, your spirit, higher self. Go ahead, boy. Or from God and spirits. We call them netters, y'all call them angels. It is their function to help those who ask with what? Sincerity from the heart. Number 19, do work. This is it. Last one. I'm taking it in. Do work. Again, they said, find a job that you love and you never have to work a day in your life. Do work that is keeping with your personality, goals, and aspirations in life. When pursuing a career or a job, pursue something that you have loved to do or do it well and enjoy what? It passionately in a detached manner by fulfilling one's worldly duties in a manner that is personally rewarding. Other windows to expand consciousness will now open. Why? Because now you will have lived a vibrant and always searching to be what? Better. Always expanding one's mind, always growing spiritually, and statistics already show and prove that the leading cause of death in our modern world today is what? Job and life dissatisfaction, which leads to the hour of what? The week in which more people die when of strokes and of heart attacks than any other time being, you ready? Monday at 9 a.m. Be passionate but detached. Love what you're doing, but no, keep it there. Always be ready to let go and follow what? A higher calling, since one's earthly activities are only a means to the end and not the end to all themselves. So what you're doing here will live on if you do it right. Give it to other people. That's called legacy. I want to be remembered for what I did, what I said to people how to help. That's it. That's the lesson. Hope you got it. Know it took a little long, but you know how we do. I appreciate you. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never none of my right thinkers who started what? Understand the essentials of spiritual discipline and passed away. Master them, and you master yourself.